setting to throw on first down is Tua. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 36. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 36. Here's Tua. And he completes it to Berrios. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. Over the middle, he gets it to Berrios. And the Dolphins are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
And, Brandon, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. That's caught at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
On 1st and 10, it's Stidham. That caught by Manhurts. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Stidham now off the bootleg. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Coverage is awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Here's Riley Dixon now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Tua. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Tua. He's got to complete to Waddle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. Throwing Tua. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Now Tua. That'll be caught by Hill. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 25-yard line. Tua to throw. This one left side caught by Berrios. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Now there's the timeout, signaled for with 2 seconds to go. And the field goal unit likely trying to send this one to overtime.
Come on, show them what you got.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Right through the middle.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. With 2 seconds left in regulation, this to force overtime. And his kick is good. And the Dolphins have tied things up here in the 4th. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dime. So it's the Dolphins who are going to get the football first here as we are back underway now in overtime. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. First throw of the OT session for Tua. And now a fumble. The ball's out. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now what can Stidham do here in overtime? And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Stidham. He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Christian Wilkins there defensively for the stop. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage you gain there is really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Stidham. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Stidham. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
Ah, the trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they